Good morning. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and today I'm going to be giving you some predictions, a little bit of admin, and of course, always a little bit of guidance to help us navigate the current clown show that we're all living through at this present time. First off, I am here with my doggo, Sophie. You can say hello to the viewers, Sophie. Good morning, everyone. Sophie does talk with her tail, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got my coffee. Welcome, firstly, anyone new to the channel. Feel free to comment down below and, of course, hit those like buttons. We're trying to get the old algorithms kick-started because we all know what YouTube's like. Thanks for all your suggestions on how to improve the channel. YouTube actually plummeted my channel a couple of weeks ago from like 2,000 views each video down to 350 views each video. So we're working on building it up again because I don't want to lose the channel. We'll build a real community here of like-minded people. Anyway, enough of that, guys. Let's get straight into the admin. It's quite a bit to get through at the moment, guys. First off, we've got the mushroom murder trial. I know a lot of you have been following the mushroom murder trial with Erin Pattinson. Did she kill half of her in-laws? She killed 3 people and really made another one sick with these death cap mushrooms. Well, she's in court again today listening to the victim impact statements. So watch this space, guys. The mushroom trial. She has been given life in prison though. So, yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? I think the husband's actually come forward. Her ex-husband was poisoned, he thinks, a year before. So I think there's going to be a trial about that too. So watch this space, to be continued, guys. I know a lot of you have been following that. The other thing here in Oz, Elbow is such a lovely, lovely Prime Minister, isn't it? He's going to push through the 5% deposits for your home loans. So for like $1 million, I think you'll only need 45,000 or some absolute insane amount of money. So you can get your first home. That's if you're a first home buyer, you can just use 5%. 5%, that means you've got this massive loan, which I think is ludicrous myself, because you're going to have massive interest payments. So don't get it. Once upon a time, didn't you have to have like a quarter or a third of the value of the property or whatever? But now, yeah, it's 5%. So you'll just have a massive mortgage. So again, it's a win-win for the banks and the government as usual. What an absolute con. Because that's the only way people are going to get into the market, first home buyers anyway, or young ones. Completely mad, isn't it? Hey, it's all go in the UK. We know it is. Raise your flags, isn't it? That's going on over there. A lot of you guys have been keeping me up to date with the UK because Starmageddon, it's all getting a little bit out of hand over there, isn't it? I would say with the anti-immigration kind of protests and etc., etc. Now, the issue here is not with immigrants. I just want to make that really clear on my channel. Most of us here, including myself, have no issue with immigrants. Anyone who goes through the right channels, is brought to another country for a better life, that's fantastic. Prove who you are, have your paperwork, blah, blah, blah. It's the illegal aliens, we call them here, like in America, that illegally cross through the borders. And we know a lot of them are very, very bad. Crims, pedos, etc., drug dealers, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. But apparently it's a terrible crime to fly your flag in the UK. Yes, don't you be patriotic and fly your own flag because you will get arrested, probably jail time and a great big heavy fine, I'm guessing. But let's see where that goes, guys. Keep flying your flags, if you can. Oh, the other thing is we've got massive plasticine marches again on the weekend. I think it was in Brisbane and probably everywhere else. There's big plasticine marches. We know they're going to keep going on. They're getting bigger. I'm sure they're in the UK. They're probably worldwide. We're going to get more of these. But then you get the anti-plasticine marches. Now, in Oz this week, we've got the controversial Australian March for Oz, which is all a bit questionable. Oh, where are we, guys? Oh, sorry. Apparently they're being labelled as anti-mass migration, apparently. So anti-mass migration, which is probably more what they really are, even though they're making out it's about cost of living. I don't know. This March that's coming up this weekend is a little bit confusing in Australia. I don't think I'm going to be going, guys, because I don't think I can even be stuffed anymore. I'm a bit over it, to be quite honest. But guess what? The Channel 7 news here, yes, mainstream media never helps anyone, do they? They're calling these people, they're saying a lot of these people involved in these Stand for Australia marches are anti-vax, yes. Anti-vax and anti-lockdown protesters are involved in these. Oh, what terrible people they must be. Hello, you and I, guys. They're apparently promoting it as counter-plasticine protests. This is what they're saying. And it's not, obviously, these marches aren't about cost of living and that. It's become like a political thing. I don't even know what it's become, actually, to be honest. And apparently we're the racist far right. They're saying that the racist far right people have taken over the march. Those terrible racists. Like, how's it being racist because you don't want crims in your country? I know you guys in the UK understand. Like I said, we don't have a problem with immigrants. That's a wonderful thing, going through the right channels. God, I've got an adopted daughter from Thailand. I don't think I'd be a racist if I adopted a child from another country. But anyway, what can you say, guys, and what can you do? And now we've also got in here in Oz, the Aussie strike team, apparently, to do with housing. Because apparently all these houses, the zillions of houses, this is global too probably, that they're all putting up because they've got to put immigrants up, and now there's not enough housing for anybody. So apparently the problem is in Oz is the environmental checks, which is obviously the DAs and all this kind of stuff, are being held up. We know there's a lot of red tape in that when it comes to building an extension or building a home or anything like this. So now to speed it all up, yes, they're using AI here in Oz to do the assessments and the applications. So that'll get the whole process speeding up. So all I'm hearing personally is that AI will be taking more jobs. And these are government jobs, aren't they, guys? So I don't think the government workers are going to be happy about AI doing all the assessments and applications for housing. Completely mad as the jobs just disappear by the day. All right, we've got a little bit more, guys. A little bit more. Oh, no. Oh, yes, we have. Royal Kardashians. We know that we've got to touch on the Royal Kardashians because now we've got, Chucky is under threat. Yes, Chucky is being threatened by the Taliban. Fancy that. Even though in the UK we know Starmageddon's given them hope, a lot of these illegal immigrants, which are obviously from these places, hotel accommodation, free dental, iPhones, free healthcare, blah, blah, blah. I know you guys understand over there. Completely mad. So now Chucky's under threat. But it doesn't matter about your little citizens and all that, does it, until it becomes a threat to you? But yeah, let's watch his space. I bet Chucky does absolutely nothing. Because he's got all the protection in the world, hasn't he, guys? Anyway, as for the peasants, well, they'll just say, like it or lump it, deal with it. That's what we know will happen. And you guys have been telling me about Lucy Connolly over there, the political prisoner. Like, what the hell, guys? What is happening in the UK? We know it's all pretty much gone to shit, hasn't it? Basically, since Starmageddon. Talk about live up to your name, Starmageddon. Oh, God. Anyway, hey guys, I've got to just mention to you, you know how we always talk about everybody losing their shite and just losing it in the world, and more domestic violence, and we talk about road rage and all these things where people's anxieties, fears and, anger is just rising up. You right, so come on. Good deal. Is rising up. Well, this morning I woke up at 6 o'clock and I could hear very loud yelling at my house, and there is a rented house about 3 doors up on the opposite side of the street from where I live. They're really loud. Like, I knew it had to be that house because they're so loud. Anyway, I'm laying there in bed and I could hear it getting louder, and they were inside the house. I could hear yelling, and then I thought, are they yelling? Are they not yelling? Anyway, it got louder. I could hear the F-bombs dropping every 2 seconds, and it got louder and louder and more heated, and then eventually it spilt out onto the street, and it was so loud. And then I heard, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. It was so loud. And then I felt really bad. And I thought, geez, I better ring the cops, because I didn't know if it was domestic violence. I didn't know if the woman was in the house. So I got up. I had a quick look out the window, and the guy was out the front yelling. He had his arms like this, and there's something shiny and silver in his hand. So I ring the cops, and the lady on the phone was really good, and she's asked me all about, did he have a knife? Is there a gun? Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. So there's this crazy big argument going on the street at 6 in the morning. It was 10 past 6 by the time he was out saying, I'm going to kill you. Next thing, I look out the curtain, and he's bashing the car. He's putting holes in the back window of the car and kicking the car. And I'm saying to the girl, oh my God, he's kicking the car. He's out of control. Anyway, he kept yelling in his arms, and she's asked me, did he have a knife? And then I looked and I thought, no, I think it's a can of beer. It looked like he had a can of beer in his hand. Who would be drinking at 6 in the freaking morning, guys? Complete madness. Then this other guy came out, and he had a black gown on. And he was just like bewildered, and this guy's still yelling at him, and he's walking up the street still yelling his head off. And anyway, so the cops were on their way, and then another guy came out of the house, then a woman came out of the house. It was madness. People just losing their shit, guys, basically losing their shit. So I did have to ring the police, because I thought if someone gets killed, that could be very bad. But anyway, I don't know what happened, but the cops did turn up eventually. One drove past, and then 2 cop cars came about 20 minutes later. So, I mean, 20 minutes, God, someone could have been killed in that time, couldn't they? But anyway, I suppose they're swamped and inundated, unless they don't start until 6:30, the shift maybe. I don't know, guys. But anyway, watch your space, to be continued, no doubt. Hopefully not, but I guess the good part is no one got killed. Oh my God, it's so scary when that happens, isn't it, guys? Because you think, oh my God, am I going to see something? And she kept asking me, is there any blood? Can you see any children? Is there... Oh, this is terrible. But anyway, imagine the amount of call-outs they have to do for all this nonsense. It's a mad world, guys. It's a mad world, and people are losing their shit. No wonder us BS detectives tend to stay at home in our safe havens, our sanctuaries. And that's not because we're hermits. It's because we just don't like the vibrational frequencies that's out there in the world. It isn't great, is it, guys? Oh, and I'm also homeschooling my daughter again, speaking of, because the kids are so mean and horrible at school. I'm just over it. So we've decided to homeschool again. My daughter was just happier at home. And, you know, we still go and mix downtown and do our shopping and all that stuff. But I'm just over the kids. I think a lot of kids are feeling the real anger of their parents and things too, to be quite honest. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, enough of me and my excitement for the morning. Let's get into a couple of predictions, and we'll pull some guidance cards, guys. Getting Mexico. Ooh, Mexico. I'm getting Mexico ramping up. You know, a lot of Mexicans traveled across the border to America, but I am getting Mexico's ramping up. They're showing me that skull head, the celebration. I can't remember. Isn't it a symbolic symbol, that painted skull? It's a positive symbol. I'm just getting this. Maybe it's that celebration in Mexico. I'm just getting this skull head. It's not in a negative way. Maybe Mexico's trying to clean up its act as well. I don't know if it's ever going to clean up the cartel. I'm not thinking that. Hang on. I'm getting a lot around religion in Mexico. Mexican religion. I'm just getting religion. I'm just getting religion's going to play an important part in Mexico of getting the balance right. Religion must be very, very important to the people of Mexico, is what I'm getting. And there'll be more. I think with the way the world is going, there'll be more celebration of these things. I'm just getting that. I don't know what you call it. It's that skull head thing. It's a positive thing. It's not negative. I'm getting people are wanting more joy in their life, so there'll be more of these festivities in Mexico. I think it's Mexico where they have that, isn't it? I'm just getting more. They want more joy. They're tired of crime. They're tired of crimes. They're tired of all the negativity, drug crap. I feel like Mexico is trying to clean it to a degree. I don't think they'll ever clean it up, like, completely. And I'm not saying all Mexico is bad. Mexico's got some beautiful parts, but I am seeing religion's going to play a big part in uplifting people's spirits in Mexico, despite the return of a lot of, well, possibly I'm getting to, by Trump rounding people up and having busloads of crims heading back through that border, maybe a lot of those illegal aliens aren't Mexican, and so they're having to clean that up even further. It's like, it's showing me this bus dropping them off in Mexico, and then that bus is dropping them off somewhere else. Is it Sudan? I just got to say what comes through. I'm getting this kind of thing, sending people back, cleaning up their act, but also trying to lift the vibrational frequency and have more joy in people's life, rather than all that image of the negativity, like Mexico's full of crims kind of thing. They want more joy. People, the citizens that live there, want more joy. They're tired of all the finances, taxes, infrastructure all pouring into these jails and holding cells, and they feel like a lot of money is pouring into these avenues, and people are tired of it. They want more help from the government and more initiative to bring back that joy of the festivities, is what I'm getting. I'm getting carnage in China, and they're showing me that he's actually a very weak man. He's not a strong man at all. He comes across like he knows what he's doing, but we know he's being guided from above by the puppet masters. WEF, etc. comes to mind. But I am getting that he's actually quite a weak man. Like if people in China actually stood up to him, which they could possibly do, guys, it's happened before, he's not gonna be a Trudeau. He's gonna shy away from conflict, is what I'm getting. He's quite a weak man. That's what I'm getting. He's quite weak. It's showing me him curved over. He doesn't have a good backbone. Like, he's not a strong character. He's quite weak. Like, you could almost show me, you could like blow him over. He's not got that good inner strength. He's not a Trump, put it that way. You know how he always says, oh, Trump's not going to buy back Canada and all this stuff. He's not a Trump. He's all tall, but he doesn't have that presence that Trump does. You know how Trump gets off the jet or whatever, and he's always got something to say, and he's got big shoulders, and Carnage isn't like that. Carnage is a very weak character, is what I'm getting. I think we all know that by now. That's why we're not hearing tons about him. Have you noticed that he's not in all these like VIP, even though he's part of the VIP important inner circle? He's not out there spruiking and saying, like he does sometimes, but he's not out there all the time. He's it's showing me him in like the background of everything. He sort of hovers in the background like this, like he wants to take his big step forward and put his mark on the world, but he's really not doing it. He's really not doing it. And he's a bit uncertain of how the Canadians will react to a lot of the things he's bringing out. And it's not going to be great, because they are going to react. Because I feel like people will push forward, for example, with protests, with standing up for themselves, because he's not Trudeau. So again, it's like, well, let's see how far we can go with this guy, because he's not Trudeau. I know you've probably still got all your laws in place about jail time, hate speech crimes, all this garbage. But I do feel like he's quite a weak character. And it wouldn't be hard to push him over if your protests ended up like enormous. It wouldn't be hard to get him out. Oh, wouldn't it be good if Pierre got in? Pierre Poilievre. Oh, fingers, guys, fingers. I think he's still a chance, isn't he? Because we know, oh yes, we know on this channel, sometimes the voting, i.e. elbow in Australia, does seem a little bit suspicious and perhaps rigged. Just saying. Let's see if there's one more thing, guys, and then we'll pull some cards. I'm just getting that European government again. They're standing really strong together. We know they're having their VIP meetings with Zelensky and all this crap. They're always touching base. I feel like they know if they stay strong together, they're a stronger force in the rest of the world. And plus against their little people, peasants and Lego people, of course, of Europe. They can gain control if they just stick together. They feel like if they just stick together, like it's almost showing me like them with all their legs tied together. Like, when you have that race where your legs are tied together with a partner and you're running up and you're having this race. Well, I feel like these European leaders think if all their legs are tied together, they're much stronger force and they'll win this race against the little people, which, as we know here, is the rolling out of their lovely, pathetic, useless, garbage agenda that none of us want. How about we pull some cards, guys? What do we got? I'm pulling the Starseed Oracle, my new ones. It's Sophie. Aww. Starkeeper. Ooh. Cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at the beautiful glow. Staying in your higher mind, using your higher senses, your telepathy, your intuition. Star seeds. We often talk about a lot of us here being star seeds, planting those seeds. You know, I always get that kind of saying, like if you plant a seed, it can end up becoming a shrub and then it grows into a tree and then the tree bears fruit and it just keeps spreading. Cosmic ancestor, seek the light by staying grounded. And staying grounded, of course, means in your strength and power. Not giving your energy and your strength away. Don't let people take it, guys. That's why I took my daughter back out of school, because the teenagers were mean. Even at the Steiner school. So weird. Oh, this is beautiful. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous card. Look at that. Just how beautiful. Surrender to this sweetness. I love that. And of course they're giving me that song for some reason. Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. Oh. And that is, find that love in life. We do in this channel. We really, really do. We find joy in the absolute simplest, most basic things. We've learnt that's how you navigate through life. You live in the now. You enjoy every little thing that's happening around you. You focus your energy on the important things, don't we, guys? Ooh, hang on. Let's see what we got. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. That's an interesting card, isn't it? It almost looks like, what's that underwater? What's that underwater? Oh God, I'm hopeless. Like this reminds me of like Pompeii. Oh, what's that underwater place? Oh, sorry guys. What is with my memory? As I've got older, my brain. Oh, Atlantis. Oh my God. Oh, thank God for that. Lost lands. Like I think most of us here, as older souls and awakened souls, we know that we've been here before. It's kind of like we're quite well practiced at a lot of navigating something. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. And it's funny because as empaths, intuitives, psychics, etc., we think that these are a bit of a burden. When you're growing up, you think it's a real burden because you can read people, you know things, you can't unsee things you see in your mind. But these are actually gifts. Gifts. And even the things that have happened to us in the past are also things that have taught us life lessons. I'm going to pull one more outcome card of these just in relation to that. Ooh. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Oh, see, we've got plenty of time. Look at that. How magic. Trust the timing. And that to me is about the awakening. Just trust it. Go with the flow. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. We've got plenty of time, guys. We've got plenty of time. Because I think sometimes we get a little bit anxious here about, oh God, are people going to wake up? Are people ever going to see this stuff? Are they going to see the truth? Like we know that, for example, mainstream media, all our social media platforms, etc., only feed the one narrative. So it is hard to believe that people are actually seeing any of these truths, but they are. They're starting to realize. And it's funny because even talking to the old guys that I have coffee with in the mornings, they were talking about it this morning, how elbow is part of all this big agenda. And we were talking about, we were sort of talking about CV and the immortal, yes, and the long CV that a lot of people are getting. And you sort of go, well, I said, well, because we were talking about someone who has it, and I said, but they were jabbed for that. and then they got CV, and then they got long CV, and one of the old guys even said, but they jabbed him with CV, so they give you CV, and then the cycle begins. And because she got it at work and was mandated to have it, being a hospital worker, she's getting compensated for that now. Isn't that mental, guys? Getting paid for it. How does that work? They give them thing, mandated it, and now, because she gets fatigue all the time and everything, they're paying her an income for that incident. Like, I don't get any of this, guys. It's completely mad. And like I said, but weren't they pickied for that? And then they got it. So how's that work? I don't even have to talk to you guys about this, do I? Because it's so insane. There is absolute zero logic when it comes to the immortal, isn't there? Zero makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to leave you on that note, guys. I'll say goodbye from me and Sophie. Sophie going to say goodbye to the viewers? No, she's going to get a scratch. Oh, gosh, we miss Sprocket, guys. Cheers to that beautiful big goofy doggy Sprocket of mine. I'm going to go out and do something. Yeah. Oh, so. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from me and Sophie and the tail. And I'll talk to you very soon. Don't forget to hit the like buttons, please comment, and please consider subscribing. Really lovely to have you here as part of our little community of like-minded people who see through the BS garbage and lies that we're currently being fed. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.